Hey guys, it's Simone here, and tonight we are doing our training. So I just want to give a huge shout out to Jamie who hosted last week's training that was on perks. So if you guys have not seen that, Jamie did a really great job kind of just explaining perks in a way that I would never think to. So, Jamie, thank you again for hosting last week's training. It was awesome. I caught some of it, and you really did an amazing job. Um, so we talked about perks last week, right? And we've kind of, I'm trying to, I hope, I'm trying to delve into a bit more high level stuff for you guys. So if you are looking for any trainings in particular, let me know. If you are in need of any one-on-ones, I am up for one-on-ones anytime you guys pretty much want to. Um, just let me know and we will figure something out. We can schedule a one-on-one to kind of go over different things. Um, but I do encourage you guys to check out the different trainings because a lot of the basic questions can be found in our team trainings, in Posh trainings, in all and um, are pretty some of the same questions are asked often, so you can usually find it in the team trainings or in the team page or in the trainings of usually. Okay, so these trainings are to help you guys really kind of bring some more knowledge to you, supplement the trainings that are already available in the academies and from Posh, and this is going to be a way for you guys to easily ask questions and I really want it to be more of a Q&A kind of thing and interaction. So if you are watching this later, you can always check on the comments to see what people have been saying or leave a comment and I will get to it. So today we're going to talk about recruiting and team building. So kind of the word that you want to kind of use for that is team building. Recruiting sounds very salesy. It sounds very impersonal, and team building is definitely a better word for that. We're going to talk specifically about proactive recruiting and different ways you can proactive team building and different ways that you can approach adding to your team. So this is something that I think a lot of people usually struggle with. It's not easy. It's not something that is as simple as talking about your favorite product, or at least it doesn't seem like that, right? It's not as simple as you telling people about the BFF or handing out samples and then following up. Or it doesn't seem like that, but but it is kind of like that. Team building and pink packets are pretty much, it's like adding a new customer to your VIP group, having someone purchase for the very first time, handing out samples and following up and getting a sale. It's very, if you think about it a little bit in that way, you can hopefully break it down and make it not as scary as you might think. So the first thing that I want to point you guys to is the proactive team building training that Jessie Conder did. I will post the link for it in the comments in a minute, but I shared her old video a while ago, and then I shared her most recent video on it. She did an updated version, and I'm gonna go a little bit off of, this is all based on what I learned in there, and then different things that I've kind of thrown in as well. Okay, so proactive. Being proactive in all aspects of your business is incredibly important. If you guys are fans of Stephen Covey at all, or if you've ever heard of the 7 habits, be proactive is the first habit. And if you think about it in a way that applies to your business and into team building specifically, it's being intentional. It's being proactive. It's being proactive rather than reactive. And you're going out there and approaching team building rather than waiting for people to come to you. Okay? And it's not like it's not a salesy thing necessarily. Like, you I encourage you guys not to view it as a salesy thing, because if you think that giving out samples to people to pamper them is easy, or less salesy, and or something that you can find yourself doing, then asking someone if you can send them a pink packet, or asking someone to think about joining your team, I want you guys to think about it in that way too, because that is really what it is you're approaching people with the opportunity, rather than with the rather than sales in mind. Okay. Obviously, you can approach customers and send them samples of new products that they might be interested, include a flyer for the starter kit, and that's just kind of one way that you can do it, so that you have that opportunity, or you have you've placed that seed in their mind. So basically, what I'm saying is that all of your customer packets, anything you send out to your customers, there really is no reason for you to not include a little bit more about the business, or a little bit more about your posh life. Something where people see that this is more than just a sale to you. This is more than just making some extra money. Because I hope, if you're watching this and you are you are more than just a social posher, or I mean, even social poshers. Posh is part of your life, right? Like, this is something where we love using the products, we love the family, we love the community, we love the trainings, we love how inspiring things can be, we love how fulfilled we are, etc., etc. No matter what it is that is keeping you at Posh, or has drawn you to Posh, this is something that I encourage you guys to think about, and then find a way to share that with your customers or potential new team members. Okay, that is obviously essentially your why, but that is not necessarily, you don't have to send out your why to everybody, but a glimpse into your Posh life is part of the draw to be a consultant. Yeah, the kit's great. Yeah, it's a great deal, but the community and the family and all of these amazing women you get to work with and get to know, that is most times the side effect, right? The thing that you did not expect, the thing that you least expected about starting your Posh business. And this is something that I really do think is one of the reasons why people are drawn to Posh, is because of, or I hope are drawn to Posh now as we grow, is that they see that we have this community, we have all these trainings available. They are not alone when they first join, or ever. They're not alone. They're we have supportive uplines, we have supportive sidelines, downlines, etc. Everybody's here to cheer you on. We're not competitive. We don't tear each other down. We are all about helping each other out. And I think that a lot of people, once they see a little bit more into your Posh business and your Posh life, and just a little bit more, they realize that you're not just a consultant to sell, all right? You're not there to do that. You're on a mission to pamper. You're on a mission to use the best products at affordable prices for your family, or you're on a mission to pamper yourself and remember that you deserve to be pampered, and you hope other people remember that as well, right? We've talked about this many a times, and many of you guys have that. You already have that. Yeah, the products are great, but it's the mission that I'm like, this is the mission that is important to me. This is your personal mission statement, right? So that is the thing that I do want you guys to consider. If you guys don't have that personal mission statement, or if you do and you haven't really shared it with anybody yet, I do encourage you guys to share it. Obviously, don't go crazy and post posh all the time. But I do recommend thinking about that as you approach your social media. And as you approach your different social media accounts, your Facebook personal page, your VIP group, your business page, your Instagrams, all the other different social medias out there. Um, it's people want to connect with you as a consultant, right? They want you. What makes them want you versus somebody else? What makes them want a consultant versus shopping at the local store, right? Yeah, the products are great, but you want them to connect with you, and so you want to make sure that you're showing people a glimpse into your life and into your um oh my gosh, Jamie, I just read what you wrote. Okay, yeah. Um okay, yeah, sorry, I totally got sidetracked. See, this is why, like, I just love hanging out with you guys and just being able to know your personalities, even if I haven't personally met all of you yet. This is why why I've been around for so long and why I love Posh and why I love seeing this community get built up is because everybody helps each other out. We have the most amazing team and company, like really, anyways, we're all on the same page, which is amazing. But this is what I'm trying to say is that don't try not to think so much about posting every single sale and every single deal and everything with your website attached because people know you're a consultant already. You don't need to attach a website to every single post, and every single post that you make doesn't necessarily have to be posh because, yeah, as much as we are posh, we're not posh 24/7. Sometimes we are coffee or movie or, you know what I mean? Something that's different, okay? So that is my kind of one first tip for you guys in helping you kind of change your mindset a little bit about team building rather than recruiting. Um, yeah, Jamie, sometimes we help each other out and sometimes we throw each other off. It's all great. Yeah, no, seriously. But okay, so what I'm saying is that change your mindset. Change the way that you, or try to change the way that you approach your business. And I think that that is going to be one of the best ways for you to kind of shift your business a bit, especially if you want to team build and to build out your team, because there are going to be consultants out there who are not going to want to start a full-time Posh business. They're not going to want to do that. And that is a very small percentage of people that you would be attracting if all you were business, 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 you know? And it's way more relatable when you are a little more real and more genuine and people are able to see that. That's going to attract more people because you're going to attract, people that are, I've found personally that I tend to attract people that are similar to me, which is a bit more introverted, who are a bit more, I guess, I don't know, real? I don't know. So it's just, think about that before you guys go about approaching people also, okay? And then to go back to being proactive, for that, you're going to want to sit down. So after you've kind of thought about your mission statement and your why and shifting from always being salesy, because that's not something that anybody wants to see all the time, is sale post after sale post after sale post, do all that, and then you're going to sit down and you're going to write up your dream team. This is what we call it, your dream team list. This is a list of people that you would love to have on your team, okay? Think about people you think that would love the pampering aspect. Think about people you would love to work with. Maybe it's somebody that you haven't seen in a while, or somebody you don't talk to very often, but you absolutely adore them and you want to be able to connect with them more. Think about people who want the business, who want that extra money, who could use the extra money. People who are the it girls, people who attract others and whatever they like, other people like. Think about people that are like the social butterflies. Think about anybody that you could possibly think of that you would love to have on your team. Okay? And it doesn't necessarily have to be people you know super well. Maybe it's somebody that you see at the grocery store once a week and you absolutely love her. You talk to her, for every time you come by and your day is made happier because you see this person. Maybe it's somebody like that. That's okay. Put them on your dream team list, okay? Oh yeah, I haven't seen that before. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. Sorry, I always sneeze 3 times. Okay. Or usually sneeze 3 times. But, okay. Oh, yes. Very good, Charlotte. That is an amazing tip right there, is don't change who you are while building your team. For sure. That is great. Because it really is. Don't people can spot fakes. People can spot when you're not being genuine. So it's going to take practice to be a little bit more comfortable with talking to people about the business, but they're going to know when you're just being full of it and being maybe you do want them and you want them on your team. You have the best of intentions, but really think about how this is going to help them. Think about how, yeah, you'd love to have them on your team, but you think that this is a great thing for them because this and this and this, right? And let them know that. So that is your dream team list, okay? Don't be afraid to write out a long dream team list. That's okay. It could be anybody. It's all good. And try not to think about what the next step is, okay? And then your next step, obviously, is to contact these people and to ask them and to tell them, hey, I don't know if you've ever thought about it, but I really think that you would be amazing you'd be amazing with Posh. I love seeing you post all of your me time pics and your cute family photos, and I think this would be a really great fit for you. I'd love to have you on my team, something like that. That is something I don't know. I'm not like the best with words, so keep that in mind. I can't spitball as very well. Um, uh, Yeah, so but obviously, okay, so this is your dream team basically, right? And that's how you're gonna contact these people. Maybe you don't feel comfortable contacting them all yet because you don't have a good enough relationship with them. That's okay. They're still on your dream team list. You can build the relationship with them. If they're on your list, they're probably on your list because you want to have a relationship with them. You want to get them to know them better. You want to know how their lives are going, right? So step outside of your comfort zone. If you're a bit more of an introvert and you feel like you're bothering people all the time, step outside of your comfort zone. Talk to these people. Comment on their Facebook posts. See how they're doing. That's okay. It's step by step. But this is obviously, keep this in mind. I'm not saying this so that you can recruit them or add them to your team later. I'm saying this so that you're going to feel better about who you are and the relationships that you're building. Okay? Um, all right. Let's see. What are the comments I'm missing? Okay, yeah. So you are planting seeds. You are planting seeds with everything that you're doing, with every interaction you're making, with every dream team touch that you're doing. That you're planting your seeds, and that's amazing because you never know what's going to happen from it. Even if you reach out and say, "Hey, I haven't talked to you in years. Like, how are things going? I love seeing." Like I saw you just graduated. That is amazing. What did you graduate in? Or, and then, hey, I would love to send you some Happy Mail. Is that okay? Like, can I send you some Happy Mail? Um, and that is going to help you lead into pink packets and what we call, or also refer to as, recruiting packets. Okay? The better the relationship, the closer you are to adding a new team member. Yes. For sure. And I do from an introvert who sometimes it takes effort for me to comment on people's posts. I don't know why. I just feel like it's just a wall that sometimes I have to break through. But I feel so much better when I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna like step outside my comfort zone for a minute and actually say, hey, congrats, or hey, that is awesome for whatever it is that they're doing, rather than liking their photo. Because then I feel like, hey, like, I do think that that photo was amazing. I do think it's amazing that they did this. I should actually let them know, because if it were me, I would like that. And this is all different, like love languages and like a whole other training, but stepping outside of your comfort zone to talk to people if you are an introvert, um, I think is worth it. So there's that, like, side note. But okay, now we're gonna segue into pink packets. If you guys have any questions on anything or have anything to add to this, let me know. But so now you have your dream team list, and you are going to contact these people on your dream team list, and you are going to, depending on how you want to do it, you can ask them if you can send them stuff, you can gauge their interest, you can just build a relationship, etc., etc. There's lots of different ways that you can do this. But is there a book on love languages? Yes. It's called The 5 Love Languages. Um, definitely something that you should check out. And there's like quizzes and stuff too, so you can figure out, yeah, what the 5 love languages are. And this is something that's actually awesome for any type of relationship in your life, whether it is a family thing, a significant other thing, or a customer, like any relationship that you could possibly think of. That is actually a really great book and a concept that is worth learning a bit more about. Jamie, I need to find that training. I didn't realize that you did a training on it. Um, but yeah, so this is just it. Yeah, so the 5 love languages. If you ever are ever thinking about relationships and I don't know, different things like that, like personality tests and stuff like that, the love languages are another one that I would recommend. Um, but yeah, so you can reach out to your dream team and find a way to connect with them, okay? And it's up to you guys how you want to do it. The pink packets and the recruiting packets come into play here, and they're also something that is really great to have on hand as well. So pink packets or recruiting packets, I use the term interchangeably. They are essentially little, like, uh, FAQ packets for potential new team members. Okay. Jamie, I will find that training. I need to find that training. I would love to see I'd like to share it with people. But yeah, so your pink packet is essentially your intro to Posh. And hey, have you ever thought about building a business? It's your opportunity packet. That's another word for it. There are a lot of different words for it. And there are so many different things you can put in there. So I want you to stress with you guys first and foremost that there is no wrong way to put together a pink packet. Okay, you can use whatever you have on hand to do it. You can watch lots of different videos and different trainings on how other people do it, but it's ultimately up to you and your budget, what you have on hand to put together a packet. Okay. And it really is a very quick intro to Posh Pack. And it doesn't necessarily have to be just for potentials. It could be for new people to Posh. But this is going to be just a slightly tweaked for being a little bit more opportunity oriented. At least that's what I think in my mind, because you're going to put stuff in there that is going to talk about business, okay? And even though you can do so many different things with this, the most important things that I think that you need to have in there is a handwritten note explaining why you think that they would be amazing, why you thought of them, why you think they're amazing. So a handwritten note that personalizes the packet, and your why Posh. Okay? Those are two things that I think that are really important to have. If you're passing these packets out, to people like at an event or something like that. Like if you have people that are very interested in an event, you obviously don't need to have the personalized note in there pre-packed, because how would you be able to? But if you are preparing these specific for people, then a personalized note is great, but first and foremost, your why Posh needs to be on all of it, okay? If you do not have a a written up why Posh yet, you need to do that. That is super important, like I said in the very beginning with telling people why Posh is different, why you like Posh, why you're not just here to make a quick sale, why Posh is amazing, why you chose it, etc., etc. This is your kind of, I don't know, it sounds bad, it's like an ad for you, but it's not really. It's just to show people why Posh is different to you and why it's important to you. Okay, so your why Posh is going to be, I think, the biggest thing to have in your Posh packet. You don't have to have anything fancy. However, really think about what you write on there, because personalizing it is very important. You don't need to go through your whole life story, but keeping it too generic makes it look like it was a copy and paste template, and you don't want that. You're not like anybody else. Every single one of you guys is different. All of your reasons to be here are different, so your why Posh is not going to be copy and paste, okay? So don't ask for me. Don't ask a template for the why Posh. There is a helpful like how to write your why Posh, and I believe that is in our files. I will double check if it is. If it's not, I will post it. But it basically goes over those different parts of that should be in your why Posh. So if you guys do need help writing it, there is that. And if you guys have any questions or anything like that, let us know. But so you're gonna have that, okay? Some other things that are gonna be that I think you should include, but you don't necessarily have to if you can't, is the starter kit. Show the value of the starter kit. Show what's in the starter kit. Our starter kits do not change every month. The kit remains essentially the same. The scents can differ. Okay, the scents in some of the product, like you get a mask versus a scrub or something like that, they can differ. But you can give them something like that. Erin Madsen has made a really great one that we use often. It shows consultant or potential new team members the 6 types of consultants. Okay, and I like that because it shows people that they don't have to be there to build a business. Just because you're there to build a business, or you're there because you're, I don't know, something else that is a little, that they can't relate to. It shows them that there are lots of different consultants out there. So there's that one, or you can just use the ones that are from Posh. Let's see. Jamie says, to show people that real people can do this, short and sweet, but give some real insight to why you do what you do. Yes, your why Posh doesn't have to be a novel. Short and sweet, that's a good one. But make sure it's not so generic that everybody can read it and be like, yeah, that could totally be my why Posh. Okay. And then, okay, so then you have your starter kit page. There are little I don't know where mine is. There is a info about Posh, the business. There's a small pamphlet brochure thingy that you can get from Posh if you want to. I use my perks on all my business purchases. If you do not have that, that's okay. There is also the polka dotted guide. The polka dotted guide costs a bit more, so I don't typically send that out. I do have old retired ones I got discounted, so I will send that out. I'll put a sticker on it that says contact me for the most recent polka dotted guide. Or I email them the current polka dotted guide. I pretty much always email them the current polka dotted guide because it is so thorough, especially for the people who are constantly asking you questions, like question after question, and they really want to know every single thing before they jump in. Then the polka dotted guide is like gold. They love it. They want to read everything and they want to know more. If you want to print it, you can also print. Yes, Charlie. Okay. Yeah, all this stuff should be in the box. So you can print them too, if you want to give them physical copies, but you don't have them on hand to hand out. Let's see. A catalog. If you don't do a catalog, you could also do the pricing at a glance guide, and then samples. Again, you don't always have to do this, but if you include a couple of samples just so that they can pamper themselves while they look through it, that is just a nice gesture, you know, something you could throw in the note. Hey, thanks for taking a look at this. I hope you enjoy the samples. If you have any questions on any of this, let me know, or any questions on opportunity, let me know. Obviously, tell them why you think that they should take a look at it, why you think they'd be great for it, and then yeah, include that note in there as well. So those are the things that I think that are most important in the pink packets. If you have other random flyers that you think that they would be really, you know, that they would appreciate, like about the ingredients, or like if they're an ingredient guru and they want to know, well, what's in it? Why is this good? Then maybe throw that in there. Turn on the light, please. Thank you very much. Sorry, it's getting dark. You can also give them a link for the polka dotted guide if you want to be green. My fancy way for doing that too. Yeah, see, I'm not going to print out the polka dotted guide. Sorry, that is like, it is a lot. But I will send that to them. I will send them the PDF in an email. Yay! Oh, and I see, now that the light's on, I see my Start a Pampering Business. So this is the condensed version of the polka dotted guide. This gives people a very good overview of the product or the business opportunity. It's not as overwhelming, so if you think the polka dotted guide is a bit too overwhelming, this is a great alternative. It's only a few 4 pages, and it gives the people a very good idea about the ingredients. So, ingredients, pay plan, perks, Posh points. Anyway, lots of good stuff in this. So if you don't want to spend a ton of money on the polka dotted guide, sorry, it's a lot of P's. This is amazing, and I love having this. This is a great thing to have. So there's that. Is there anything else that I'm missing? Oh, your pink packets don't always have to be pink. A lot of people will ask me about like what or envelopes I use. Sometimes they're pink, sometimes they're padded, sometimes they're not, sometimes they're clear. Sometimes, I mean, eventually, I think I've seen people use like envelopes, like the smaller size, different colored manila envelopes, and I think that would be super cute too, very sleek. But they don't have to be pink. If pink's not your thing, they don't have to be clear if you've only seen clear cellophane. Really, the important thing is the info that you're including and your connection with this person and following up, you know. So after you hand out these packets and you talk to these people, then you got to follow up, right? You need to talk to them about what they thought. If they're not interested, that's okay. Keep in mind, no now doesn't mean no forever. And really, you're sharing the love of Posh, right? You're not necessarily there to sell, or recruit, right? You want people to be pampered and to enjoy themselves and to remember Posh, and the experience that they have with using our products, right? Yeah, you can use the USPS priority mailers, and they're still called pink packets. Very true. Yes, Charlie, I got 500 white poly mailers for cheap on Amazon. Stay within your budget. Yes, please keep that in mind. The biggest thing that you guys want to keep in mind with any of these suggestions is that you are the boss of your business. You are in charge. Do not feel like you have to do it a certain way. Do not feel like you're a failure because you can't include a polka dotted guide. Don't feel sad if you can't send them out. If this is not in your budget to mail these out, that's okay. Like, like I said, you can email people, you can message people, you can send them the digital copies. There are lots of different ways to do this, okay? So do not feel like just because you can't do exactly what you've been seeing or hearing means that you're not doing it right, okay? Please don't think like that. That is another like completely different thing, is that everyone is doing amazing things. Everyone is on a journey, their own journey, okay? And you can't compare yourself to others. As easy as it might be, you really can't, because everybody is different. Everyone goes into this with different skills. Everyone goes into this with different relationships, and there is no right or wrong way, except for one thing: you cannot incentivize people to join your team. Let me put that out there. There are some policies and procedures you have to stay within, and the biggest one here is you cannot incentivize people to join your team. Okay? You can send them a gift after they've joined, but you cannot tell them that you're going to send them something before they join. Otherwise, that would be viewed as incentivizing, okay? And that's not quite fair. It's not on level playing field, right? So that rule, I think, is a great one to say, is a great one for everyone, to keep it on a level playing field for all. Okay, so outside of that, you can do pretty much whatever works for you, whatever you feel most comfortable with. But being proactive about this rather than posting, hey, I want people to join my team, who's ready? That's not gonna help. If by the off chance you do draw some people in, that might just be because you have a great social media following, you have these people who comment on your posts often, but if all you are posting is sale after sale, or graphic and link your website after time and time again, and just saying, hey, join my team, hey, join my team, and you're like doing a dance in front of your storefront, basically going, hey, join my team, buy something, join my team, buy something, that is not going to attract people, okay? Maybe, it might, who knows, but that is not being very proactive about it, okay? You gotta get out there, and you have to talk to people, you have to build a business. If you sound desperate, then no one will join. Yeah, if you're sounding desperate, why does that make other people go, yeah, I want to do that? Okay, that's a little, yeah, very true, Jamie, very, very true. It's asking for help and asking for people to help you out is not necessarily being desperate, okay? So keep that in mind. But if you're constantly posting and all they see is sale post after sale post, and no personality and no pics of you, then it's not very relatable, okay? Yeah, Charlie, I think I posted once about having people join in the past 6 months. Yeah. And here's the thing though. You're not posting, hey, join my team, but you're probably going, look at all this awesome thing that I got because of my business, or you're showing them your posh life. You're letting people know maybe the perks of being a consultant. You are still showing people that there is an opportunity. People do not, and people may not know that there is a business opportunity here, or that you want them to join your team if you don't ask them, okay? Or if you don't let people know. And Charlie, you might not have posted, and I mean, I could be wrong, but I doubt it because of the way you run your business, but you're not necessarily going, join my team, it's amazing, right? You're probably showing people the posh life. And yeah, it is not salesy. You're just showing, like, hey, this is the thing that I earned this month. This is the product that I enjoy. This is what I've gotten as a consultant. This is, um, okay? Okay. So that's what, yes, that goes into play with being genuine, showing people a little bit more about your posh life. You don't have to like be super personal about it, but show people that you love this business because of this reason, or that you actually use the products. You'd be surprised how many people are like, hey, do you actually like this stuff? Because if they're not seeing you use it, they don't know. They have no idea if you're using these products or if you're just trying to sell stuff for money. Okay? All right, I'm just babbling now at this point, but hopefully this helps. And I hope that it kind of helps you guys with some of the other topics that you were interested in with like like customer interaction and well, team building, obviously, with VIP group stuff. I get lots of questions about day away and things. Oh yeah, and like when you go to Posh events, that's true. When you're posting about how much fun you're having at a Posh event, that generates interest. Like, oh, you guys, oh, you do stuff? Like, oh, look at all these people you hang out with, and oh my gosh, all those prizes you've gotten, and you know, like there is a community out there, right? Good point. Thank you for that, Charlie. Um, but yeah, but now I lost my train of thought again. Sorry, guys. But yeah, really it is, okay, so let me sum up. Being proactive means that you're not sitting around waiting for people to join. You are actually asking people. Scary, but you're letting people know that there is an opportunity and you're letting them know why you would love them, okay? If you're too scared to ask people, one thing that someone said this to me years and years ago when I started, and I thought it was so, I don't know, it stuck with me, obviously. But um, if you don't ask them, they would never know. And if you don't ask them, someone else will. Okay? So why not you be the first person to ask them, or you be the person that they want to the person be why don't you be the first person to approach this person to get it kind of mulling over in their mind and to help them if this works for their life right now. Because if they're not going to join now because you didn't ask them, but then they join later down the road because someone else asked them, how would that make you feel? If you're like, oh my gosh, she was totally on my dream team list, but I never talked to her, right? Yeah, that stuck with me for a while because I would be someone that was like, I don't know, I'll just sit here and wait. But that's not gonna help. You have to be proactive. Um, show your posh life. Charlie, I have a scrapbook I bring to events to show people how much fun it is and not all selling. Yes, love that. Um, I know other people do postcards that they put into customers, like as their thank you cards, you know, and they have postcards where on the back of it they have pictures of them on posh, like posh pictures, right? Like posh events, posh trips, posh whatever. Basically, their posh life. And it's just a very easy way for them, like, hey, this is me in my posh life. Not salesy, but it shows people that there's more to the business. Um, all right. So that was my sum, right? Okay. And then the pink packets. Your why posh is very important. If you guys don't have that yet, please work on that. If you're sitting around going, I just can't recruit, I can't, like, I don't know anybody, I'm not gonna add anyone to my team, like, that is not being proactive. So please be a little bit more proactive and do something. Whether it be, and it can be something different. If your VIP group is not working and they're just all kind of like tired, then change it up. Or maybe you feel like you've been posting there too much, then shift your attention. Be more intentional in the things that you're doing each day, okay? Sometimes I guess I feel like I've talked about every topic now. There are ups and downs in this business. So if there's something that's working for you, or there's something that isn't working for you right now, shift gears and try something else, okay? All right, I'm going to end this because this is getting longer than I intended it to. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you, Charlie and Jamie, for your insight. It was much, much it's much appreciated. And this is why there are a lot of trainings available for you guys. So if you guys are feeling like you need to hear this again, but from someone else's point of view, go search for it. There are so many different people that do trainings, and I always find it helpful to listen to someone talk about the same thing. Different people talk about the same thing because everyone says it different way, and sometimes it'll finally stick and finally make me go, okay, yes, I need to do this if I want to grow my business, if I want to do what meet my goals, then I have to do this, okay? And you need to find a way to get to that point where you're comfortable with that. And sometimes it's going to be outside your comfort zone, but that's okay. All right. Thanks, Mel. I'm glad you're here. Sorry, I can't see everybody that's watching. So if you guys are watching, I really appreciate it. I know it's super late for the East Coasters. I just got back from a trip from the East Coast. I was there for like 10 days, so I'm on East Coast time too. I'm ready to pass out. But I really just want to say thank you guys for watching recordings, watching the lives, interacting, talking to each other. I love seeing your even just relationships within our team grow, because this is part of my why. This is the part of what I love the best most about this business is the community, and not and having um, all of this, just everything. So I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I hope all of this um, was helpful. If you guys are watching this recording later, be sure to reach out to your sponsors, the team page, check out different trainings, reach out to your premier, whether it be me or if it's somebody else. But we're all here to help you guys. And the team page is a really great resource for you guys, because there are so many different insights on there. So if you guys have any questions at all, you guys know how to you guys know how to find them. But if you guys need any help, just let me know, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful night.